Lord Ares.
Recently returned from certain travels, for my work is never done. I was pleased to see that matters here were well in hand, much better off than when I left in many ways. I take it you're to thank in no small part?
They got through.
Some of the gods think Ares showed up near our mountain causing trouble again, all because of you. They don't know I begged you practically to come up to our rescue over here. Think Heck gave you the order. We're really in it now.
Prometheus himself leading the assault against us. One of our sole allies amongst Titan kind to become a bitter foe. All because of how we treated him. All because he knows which side shall be victorious when all is said and done.
I've run into Lord Hermes at the summit of Olympus, making preparations against Typhon with the rest. Have you been able to cross paths with him? So, not for very long.
All great. The dead, they talk sometimes, or try. Nothing better to do around here. Know what they're going on about? I couldn't make it out at first, but sounds an awful lot like Prometheus.
The Titan of Foresight, and one of your allies in case you've not met, for apparently you serve the same master. What have the wretched dead to say about the likes of him?
Mostly just moans and groans. Might be they're hungry like me. Cause if Prometheus really made off with fire from the gods like I'm hearing, he probably knows how to cook. Lights out.
That'll show him. Into the purse.
I wonder if the vile pomegranate fruit yet grows in your underworld. It holds a power there that I do not abide. A mere taste of its blood-like seeds can be very dangerous indeed.
In we go.
My granddaughter.
Said or did? Or perhaps you don't respect my power, even when it's turned against you thus?
Sorry.
Let's turn our combined might back in the same direction and move on.
The Fates won't mind.
Before the land was split, mortals would gather and create competitions for the glory of the gods. But now the gods themselves appear to fight over the few remaining scraps.
There's still enough for all of us, I think. A fishing point. See that one, Tula? It's over. It's a crab.
I saw huge plumes of fire shooting from the summit of Olympus recently. Thought the whole mountain was erupting. But on closer inspection, it was you, fighting someone. And then some deranged eagle chased me off.
That was Prometheus the Titan and his pet. He's turned against the gods and is personally leading the siege of Olympus. Claims to know the future and to fight for mortal kind, using the flames he stole from my family.
I didn't realize he'd broken free. What do mortals have to do with this whole feud with Kronos, anyhow? I thought all he wanted was his vengeance. Probably Prometheus as well.
Ah. I can't believe Ares is helping you, not me. I kept trying to get through to him, figured he'd hear me out, but it's too stormy on Olympus. Say, would you know...
You want me to ask the god of war to lend you his aid, to make my efforts to support him and his family in their near-hopeless battle against Typhon even more difficult?
Quit with the sarcasm, Trouble. All I did was ask you for a favor once, but you had to go and make an insult out of it. Fine. I can get the god of war's attention on my own. But I don't want to go. I just got here.
She never learns. Ah. Let us together shine this night, O moon.
If only you could see the world from where I ride. Some night, perhaps. I know just how much ugliness there is, but it is rather hidden from afar.
Here you go.
There's my order.
It is I. How humiliating that even our boons must be concealed, lest we risk revealing too much about our plans and defenses to our enemies.
Just let me know.
Coin for Charon.
Oh! Hey, look who decided to reconsider coming to our little gathering. Welcome back, Mel baby. Now go on, you grab yourself a cup and mingle with the crowd.
As tempting as that sounds, Lord Dionysus, unfortunately, I don't think I can. There are various perils beyond, and your fellow Olympians can only do so much to hold them off.
And I feel bad for them, really. Almighty gods with limitless power having to fend for themselves. Good thing I can drown my sorrows here, and guess what? So can you.
What mirth remains upon the war-torn mountain of the gods apparently is concentrated here, where Dionysus, god of wine, plays host to his most favored retinue of revelers.
At least those satyrs aren't trying to slaughter me.
Take it easy.
Even if you're thwarted by the Titan Prometheus, it is a benefit to our war effort. For if he's having to confront you, then he is unable to cause his mayhem elsewhere.
That is of little consolation to me, Lady Athena. This is not his first crime against Olympus and our family. Thus, his punishment is to be even more severe.
Do not concern yourself with that. His prior punishment inspired this still greater transgression, rather than remorse for his past deeds. For the moment, our strategy merely requires that he not stand in our way.
My premonition. I'm but a Titan and unarmed. Should you get past me, however, I know that you know you're certainly no match for what awaits.
Perhaps you simply know less than you think. And now you're going to call me arrogant or something, I suppose.
I would have, yes. But since you've foreseen that outcome, it shall not come to pass. Well, if you truly think you can withstand that monstrosity, let's see you withstand me. Curse these old wounds of mine. I once was stronger than this. All according to plan.
Saw that coming.
At first, the storm which now engulfs the summit of Olympus may appear to have been wrought by gods in their defense, but its monstrosity belies a far more sinister nature.
Typhon. Ominous.
One of the serpentine tails of Typhon, lord and father of all monster kind, slashed through floor after floor of the fortress behind which the Olympians take shelter from his storm.
He'll tear this fortress apart. Hermes.
Can't shake the feeling that I failed you here, Em. I was supposed to figure out what Gramps was up to, but I wasn't quick enough. So now you're fighting Typhon face to face.
Lord Hermes, we'll have to go through everything that could have turned out differently once all of this is over. But for now, our present matters seem more urgent than the past.
I know, you're right. It's just I'm starting to accept that all of this is what Gramps wanted to achieve. First capture the three fates so they can't mess with him, then wake up Typhon so he can mess with us. Then take over everything.
You didn't know all the details, but long since figured out Kronos was up to something big. Had you not acted swiftly then, I wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't have this chance.
I prefer guarantees to chances, Em, but hey, you're right. We do the best we can with what we've got. See you.
See you. You have, I'll bleed it dry! More eggs to break.
From here.
Finally. He's vulnerable.
We'll hold the palace. Keep it occupied.
A void lens.
Thus, the ever-ready princess of the underworld gained the very heights of Mount Olympus to confront an unspeakable horror that awaits. It is no secret to which horror I refer. No secret now to its enormity, its boundless anger, or its many, many eyes. Such horrors cannot truly be destroyed, unless the princess can come up with something at a future time.
Ouch! Return to Shadow now. Well, that was productive. Mwah! We beat the father of all monsters, Phrynos.
How'd it go? Okay. So, what's the deal with the horned guy anyway? Saw him and Nemesis chatting like they were an item or something. It was weird.
They're siblings, Dora. The Horned One is Lord Moros, emissary of the Three Fates, our distinguished guest and a valuable ally.
Yeah, looks like we really put him up in style.
The task unfolds.
I somehow withstood the father of all monsters, but then could go no farther. I was nearly at the palace of Zeus, yet the path was sealed, like it didn't even exist.
That pathway wasn't sealed, 'twas a void. No incantation is required, merely patience for the future to unfold.
But Olympus needs us now. My task could ill afford to wait. That's why we started when we did. That's what you said.
Time works in curious ways, Millenoi. That much we have experienced firsthand. Fear not, the path to Olympus shall open. Mortals pray for such outcomes. We but wait.
We but wait.
Scoured the surface. You felled that mountain-sized monstrosity, Goddess. It would be false of me to say I had no doubt you would, though I'd only a bit, I swear. So, how did you outsmart him?
Outsmart him? All I could do was keep hitting him with all my might. It helped that Lord Zeus also struck him hard with lightning bolts. Eventually it worked, and Typhon fell.
Well, your battle prowess may be unsurpassed, but your ability to weave a yarn is not quite there. When next you overcome the father of all monsters, do make of it a much more rousing tale, would you?
No promises.
Got yet another Titan up against us, huh? Prometheus. One of the smart ones, so they say. And now, an enemy. Could have been on our side had your family not... you know.
Yes, the whole chain him to a mountain so an eagle could eat his regenerating liver for eons thing. Not one of the proudest moments on Olympus, I have to imagine.
Come ask me whether he deserves his vengeance if ever you want to feel any worse about that whole mess.
Watch with the treason, Nem. Domname Sion.
It shall be thus.
Domnoski Traxon.
Carefully said.
May we converse? Settle a little wager here, young one. These shades are making claims you felled the father of all monsters. I, however, am the voice of reason, and I say, come on.
Typhon's recent defeat certainly wasn't my doing alone, Commander. We have Olympus on our side, and more.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I said. Technically, it wasn't just you. Hear that, disciples? She had a bunch of those fancy boons, and who only knows what else.
Then you win the wager?
Damn right.
Next trial coming up. Feels different somehow.
So many minor details to adjust.
It's not for me to decide how many battles I have left. But knowing I have your support in them means a great deal, my lord. May we achieve all our objectives soon enough.
Such nectar often is withheld till victory, although in many ways I feel as though we have already won. I have at least, and to that end, I'll find a moment to enjoy this properly. There's a stir of something different in the air tonight. You feel it too, yes? The sense of great and ancient possibility. Let us bring it into being through sheer force.
We vanquished Typhon, at least for the night, my lord. Hermes ensured that I was well supplied. Plenty of gold for you lately.
Company. I know when something's off and something's off. What are you up to, meat? Other than getting caught by me like every other time you tried to sneak through here.
Oh, I'm not sneaking. In fact, I'm here for you this time, Cyclops. The origin of all existence is interested to see if I have what it takes to lay you to rest.
Origin of all existence? You took a job to take me out, that's what I'm hearing from you? Well, you wouldn't be the first to try it. Now, let me demonstrate what happened to the rest.
Pulled through somehow. I did as Chaos asked. Going. Return to Shadow now.
A mere thought turned into a real possibility.
Trial done.
Oh, something's up. You keep on vanishing into the pitch-black stone, young one. My disciples and I, we've been thinking must be something pretty good in there.
Well, Commander, it's not exactly a feast on the other side. Whenever I use the stone, in many ways it's just like any other night. Except, I really shouldn't say.
Come on, why not? Not like somebody's gonna tell on you. I mean, have we not earned your trust, or what?
The stone reveals its own secrets, not I.
Seriously?
So majestic in their poise are the three sculptures of our Princess of the Dead that they demand the reverence of any soul in their vicinity.
Reverence, huh? I can do this. What happened to me?
You lack the power you accumulated, but not the knowledge.
Just getting started for the evening, are you, Sunshine? Don't know about you, but I've got a good feeling about how this is going to go.
No war can last forever, but we shall always be family. Isn't that so, my lord? This is but a simple reminder that there's more to unite us than the thrill of the fight.
You've given me far greater gifts than even this fine nectar, which I do of course appreciate. But the slaughter you have thus far caused, that is truly second to none. That sword hilt which you bear belonged once to a warrior who spilled much other blood before his own. It is of common fashion otherwise, but works so many battles that I feel a connection. Perhaps you do as well.
You sense it too, don't you? A strange feeling in the air. The influence of chaos all around us. I'm being tested even now. Perhaps all of us are.
Perhaps I should not actively participate within the trials of my own design, for I unduly influence the outcome. But I believe this way, it shall be much more interesting for us both.
I draw you down, O Moon. Lend me your light.
This strange sensation. I remember what it is. The whims of chaos affecting our surroundings, even if in subtle ways. I have faith that this is due to your actions, not chance.
There you are. Sense the changes in the night, in you. Your strength has waned significantly. Chaos wishes to see the outcome of this particular arrangement, then?
Another trial, Headmistress. My magic may be weakened, but you taught me never to depend on it entirely.
And whether you took such lessons to heart, we shall imminently see. As Selene be our witness above, so shall chaos below. Cross flames burn! Divide and strike. gave to you no benefit at all this evening. Still, you bested me. I know not whether to heap praise or reprimand you for being such a little show-off.
I've gotten stronger. Survived all that. Experiment complete? How? Return to Shadow now.
All this was a mere possibility before.
Did what I had to do.
I know that sound all right.
Are you growing more motivated to find your family, or merely growing more despondent? See you all again in a few nights. This loadout's worth a shot. I feel...
Vengeance is an impulse I would better understand.
Something about this night feels very odd, and in my experience, such premonitions are never to be ignored. Perhaps the strange forces at work are merely due to your invocations. Just do be careful, girl.
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
You now possess the Argent Skull of Reval, an everlasting reminder that death and fear ought always to be allies in our cause. Woe unto whoever meets her gaze.
You've been acquainted with Queen Hera, I can see. She and I work together frequently and have an understanding that we share. Fair goddesses must stick together, after all.
You're headed up this way and not gone too far yet. Think you could make good time on your way here, although the choice is yours.
Everything the size of that terrible Typhon, my niece. It has been so long since last we fought that I dare say he's grown still larger in the intervening time. And sneakier as well. All of that shaking here, you much from him.
I'll keep them busy for you.
We've bigger problems on Olympus than we counted on, I hear. Our worst fears realized and so on. You'd think I'd be more capable of tracking prey that's Typhon size.
You were tracking Kronos, me perhaps. But if it's any consolation, finding Typhon ought to be quite easy at this point. Bringing him down, less so.
I'll take your word for it. My father's much too proud to call me back to aid in our defense. Says I'm still needed here. If he wants Typhon to himself so badly, he can have him.
The shrines of Lord Hermes that I've seen around the surface. I noticed they take offerings of gold as well. I take it the two of you are back in business then? Then may business be good.
Slow down. Oh, hey, the origin of all existence wanted me to let you know. You're just not cutting it, and the whole deal is off. I also get to eat you now.
I find it exceedingly difficult to believe that primordial chaos would have been in contact with you about such matters. Easier to believe this is all part of the current trial.
If this is all part of some trial, that makes me the judge. And I hereby declare your dinner. That is, unless you or your pal, Primordial Chaos, plan to do something about it.
night. Done. No! Return to Shadow now.
The bounds of what is possible continue to expand.
Chaos trial done. I can overcome this. Already come this far. Chaos.
The Queen of Olympus understands the bonds we share.
They said you weren't cut out for being above ground. Some underworld curse holding you back. I'd not believe the hearsay for a moment, and sure enough, perhaps they merely fear your potential.
Return to Shadow now.
Its outcome is but one of many possibilities.
Ugh, my head still aches.
Oh, dang.
Infinite possibilities. Again. The pitch black stone transported me. Something's happened.
Perhaps you have a better sense of what's been said this time.
In all my rancor, I never thought Kronos completely mad. But what else could have driven him to use the father of all monsters as a weapon? Typhon heeds no master. The destruction of Olympus shall not sate his appetites.
You bear the blessing of the King of the Olympians himself. I expected that he would have been too preoccupied to be of direct assistance, although he does have a vested interest in your victory.
Welcome, my dear, to our world's surface. First time? It's a vast place. All sorts of different climates, mortal cultures and the like. So don't let your first impression shake your faith. It isn't always such a disaster.
You Drakens ought to choose wiser alliances. A magnificent beast, but a threat.
Confirmed sightings of that heiress buzzing about. She's from your realm, not ours, so you may be more privy to how come she's showed up uninvited, though that tends to be her style. Somebody needs to shoo her away already.
My son tonight already, Em. He's always been a very busy god, but never tires out. Now that you've got his lightning strength, how about some lightning speed to boot?
You know, I always felt a kinship with Hecate. Seldom, though, we saw each other. She never seemed to want for children of her own. But the fates delivered you to her anyhow.
Did Hermes leave me this?
Gods. You know what lies beyond and still returned. I knew you would, of course, yet I don't know why. Because you won't tell me.
That's right. Your nonsense riddles are a bigger threat to my health than you, or your blasted eagle pet for that matter.
The threat you face is beyond your understanding. That is the only reason you persevere. Your ignorance is a gift, much like the fire that I shared with mortal kind, and now with you.
chance that you succeed.
He knew he'd win.
Hey, what just happened?
Upon my birthright, I command the dark to aid my task, and with me find my mark.
So it shall be.
Infinite possibility, even in a single facet.
Only temporary.
I do appreciate your willingness.
Admit even we gods may be subject to forces beyond our knowledge or control. I sense such influences even now, intensifying this great war of ours, spurring us to act.
Polyphemus.
Who told you you could call me by my name, huh? I never introduced myself to you. What, you gonna start calling me Paulie next, like I'm your pal?
I can't imagine you have many pals with how you go on trying to eat anything that moves. Though we could still be friends. Put all that trying to eat me behind us.
Nah, got all the pals I need. The sheep back there, dead below the dirt down here. You know what I do need, though? Yeah, I think you do. Sick sheep out of the pen. You little...
Don't stand in my way. Good find. And done. Wait, what? You... Return to Shadow now.
You may go no further. That is all part of the trial.
Another Chaos trial down.
Wait, I'm back. Just on a little break. All of those nocturnal arms of yours got their own different moves. Do not dwell upon which one of them is strongest. Rather, choose whichever one really speaks to you.
And what if they all speak to me? Faintly, but still.
Then pick the one that gives you extra bones.
Again. My loadout's changed.
Is all this in accordance with the Fate's design?
I'm quite partial to such wars as have a certain ebb and flow, when the upper hand is hard-earned and easily ceded. For now, my king, it's yours. Hold on to it.
Hey, Artemis. If Nemesis and if we were closer, would that be all right? I mean with you, because if not, just say the word. It's probably not going anywhere anyway.
What am I, Sister Hecate? You don't need my permission. Not like Nemesis belongs to me, though I've considered trapping her. In all seriousness, good hunting with that one.
Yeah, sheepy. Living here, it has its ups and downs. Lately, for instance, I don't get a lot of peace, though I sleep like a rock. I don't know, maybe I ought to move.
I wholeheartedly support that choice. Aren't you more accustomed to island living anyhow? This city life, even on the outskirts here, the pace is far too quick.
I know what you want me to do. Although I miss the island life now that you bring it up. Still got unwanted company sometimes, but not so much as now. The sheep got in bad.
Fast asleep again. And check. I'm ready. Return to Shadow now.
You have accomplished what this trial asked of you.
Trial complete.
Something's going on back there.
By moonlight and the dust of ancient bone, awaken in this cauldron the unknown. So mote it be.
How's it going?
Got something for you. Good, wasn't it? Reattempting trial.
Some alterations to the fabric of reality.
How soft the earth you walk upon must be, and not from rainwater, I think. Well, if you wish to tour war-torn landscapes near and far, then let me be your guide.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
I felt a weight drawing me toward the crossroads recently, and realized it was the pitch-black stone. So then it has awakened, almost like an eye itself, but far older than mine, and peering from the infinite abyss.
Wouldn't you know it?
If you care so much about your sheep, why keep putting them in harm's way? Not to mention eating them. Let them leave here now.
Excuse me. I didn't ask you for your shepherding advice. And besides, these sheep got nowhere else to be. And we're the dinner entertainment.
Nap time. Did you see that chaos? Return to Shadow now.
I have observed the outcome of this trial with keen interest.
Chaos got their way.
Well, what was that?
Distance to traverse until you reach the battlefield that is our mountainside. Though rest assured, fighting shall be fierce along the way.
A bit of flesh. Charcoal.
Gently now.
Nettlethorn. Nightshade. Lizard tail. Snakeskin. Ah, welcome.
What gives your incantations such great potency, Lady Medea? So many curses have intangible effects, yet yours pierce like a blade.
A well-wrought curse requires suitable reagents and pure intention without compromise. Any hesitancy, any second-guessing undermines an ill effect.
That I understand. It's the pure intent toward misfortune that I struggle to achieve. How can one wish such ill upon another without imagining some of it turning back one's way?
With practice, sorcerers, ill intent does threaten to reflect back upon oneself, often with greater potency. But with the blackest of intent, there's nothing to reflect at all. It shall be my pleasure. Foes be damned.
Our paths keep crossing, huh? Why am I even talking to you, sister? You save your breath, I'll save mine. Stand clear.
Olympus first, then. You were old Typhon. You've got a longer way to go, sure, but you're definitely faster. We're about to be.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
The witch Medea learned to blot out my light, creating an eclipse whenever she required. We had a conversation after that, and all is well between us ever since. Between her curses and my hexes, you shall be feared.
Hestia and I were far enough afield in disposition. We were not particularly close as sisters go. Although warring against Kronos has brought us somewhat closer, I suppose.
Hold up. You know I can always hear you storming through town all the way from this calm, relaxing pasture, even before my sheep get spooked.
Yes, I figured the boulders raining down back there weren't landing near me by coincidence. You have excellent hearing, and rather good aim.
Aw, thanks. And you got excellent taste, I'm sure. Now hold still, so I can practice my rather good aim some more.
That'll show him. I can use this.
Way back when, I always wanted to find you the best bottle of nectar I could. But I never did. Adding to the list of things I perhaps should have approached differently.
Please don't dwell on the past so much. You thought you'd never see me again, but I'm here now. I appreciate this moment that we have.
I won't forget it. There's some catastrophic storm brewing at the top of Olympus. Can't get anywhere near it. What's happening up there?
That storm conceals the real threat. Kronos awakened the father of all monsters and set him loose. These forces we're fighting, they're just a stalling tactic and a feint.
You're saying that's bloody Typhon? Oh, God. Since I was young, I prayed to all of you for safety and good fortune from my tower. Now it's you yourselves who better pray.
No, we're going to destroy that thing. I don't yet know all that requires, though prayer most likely won't be necessary.
Oh, then I'll pray just in case. Figure it couldn't hurt. Just please be careful, Melly. And before you go, take one of these.
Let me show you the way.
Not a doubt.
Come on now, even mortals know it's best to honor dear old Hestia first and foremost when it comes to such things.
Sorry, Auntie Hestia. I need to calm her down.
But I am back to my usual, quite irritable self, thank you.
Why, hello. We've a long-standing partnership with your good boatman there. I bring mortals into being and marry them off after a bit. He takes them yonder to your realm. Or used to, anyway.
Hey, hey. Wait, so Prometheus is supposed to be in charge where the real action is? Thought he was busy getting pegged to the brink of death over and over by some bird.
I can attest he and that bird have come to terms. Come on, have pity on me, Eris. I have to deal with fire and feathers here and again at the top of Olympus.
It is a pretty good appeal, babe. But unfortunately for you, I don't have a heart. So come on, here comes your first helping of fire and feathers for the night. Return to Shadow, now?
You started it. Fishing point there. Come on out. You did it, Tula.
So fiery old Hestia has taken to you, hmm? You should be very proud, for typically she can't be bothered, and she cannot be impressed.
Try as I might to consider each possibility, partaking of nectar in the midst of this conflict that we're in is quite unthinkable. Still, it's something to look forward to.
If it's something to look forward to, then it's a greater gift than I thought. The idea of a sip of nectar while at peace, it does sound good.
So Ares has decided to participate in our family activities after all. Ever willing to compromise. For if one everlasting war cannot be had, he'd settle for an outcome that ensures more wars are still to come.
I know your views of war are not the same as his, but I will not decline his power on the basis of beliefs. Which means I'm willing to compromise too, if doing so brings victory.
Be careful with that line of thought, cousin. Compromising to achieve consensus is one thing, but compromising on beliefs or principles, on ideals, such reasoning is how wars often start, not merely end.
So you know what I say? I say, Dad, what if I just don't want to? And he says, then get out of my sight. So I say, out of sight. All right. Look who's here.
I don't wish to be just some ungrateful guest. I know you have your customs here, and I have studied them. So please, for all your cheer and generosity.
Whoa, this is nectar. It's the real thing. We could use every drop that we can get. Then here is something for my most distinguished guests, of which I have decided you are one.
I'm most grateful, and wish I could stay for the festivities.
Not told my dad about this little gathering of ours, have you? Because we wouldn't want to have to pack it up and find some other secret spot. It's perfect here.
I think Lord Zeus has far more urgent matters to consider than your never-ending feast, which I dare say would be even better if the legions of Kronos weren't about. The rest of the Olympians don't even know that this is going on.
Right you are, baby. Well, this is an exclusive gathering only for guests I know are going to be cool. Which can't explain how you keep stumbling upon it, but hey, details, right?
A small discovery.
Come on up. Golly. Victory. Hey, a Philotop. What are you doing all the way up here? Good luck with your mission.
Agents of change. The monster Typhon isn't liable to stop, you know. He has your family on the back foot, cowering in your Lord Uncle's palace. Exactly where we want them.
A suitable distraction I can take advantage of. Just as soon as you're out of the way, along with your bird.
You're telling me your plans. Now we're truly getting to know each other. I almost regret what's about to transpire.
Can't do that again.
past, you know nothing.
Oh, Prometheus. If Prometheus knows everything that's going to happen, then he must know I'm not giving up.
Oh, hey. Hey, you were talking in your sleep a little bit. Not that I paid too close attention, but where were you last night anyway? You seem a little off.
Oh, I was up there, on the surface. I never thought I'd see it for myself, and now I'm there night after night. It's cold, damp, overrun with the dead.
You're really selling me on the whole thing. If it's that bad, how come you keep on going over there? I'd just stay here if I were you. Or me.
You don't understand. I have to go that way. It's part of my task. Well, not officially, but... Look, I won't bore you with the details. I should go.
Have fun being all cold and damp.
Come to your senses, Eris. You're not doing yourself any favors by impeding the will of the fates. Have you heard of even a single incident where that turned out for the best?
No, but there's a first time for everything, and I'm not interested in hearing veiled threats from them through you. If they care so much about what I'm up to, why don't they contact me themselves?
You know that isn't how it works. Have you truly made up your mind to side against, well, everyone? Even I'm not supposed to be speaking to you.
I do what I want, Moros.
Our wards are holding fast. The fire thief Prometheus insists on barring your path toward the mountain summit still. What nonsense has he filled your head with recently?
He seems to bear a deep sense of responsibility and guilt for mortal kind. I'm concerned he aims to spread dissension in our ranks. Some shades who serve our cause must harbor sympathies.
It sounds to me as though you are beginning to harbor such sympathies yourself. Do not be deceived by his lofty claims. He sided with our enemy and made that clear.
Yes, understood. What to cast? That's everything I need. Hear me, Selene, if you so desire. Aid me in finding that which I require. So mote it be.
Prometheus opposes us. Now that one hurts, goddess. Amongst us mortals, he was quite popular, beloved even. Gave us the gift of fire. Practically made us who we are.
And in so doing, he violated the will of Olympus. Supposedly, he has the gift of foresight. He ought to have anticipated the consequences of his disobedience.
What makes you think he didn't? All the more reason we admired him. He knew the cost of what he did for us and paid it willingly, or so I choose to think. But all that's in the past. If he's thrown in with Kronos now, he's lost his way.
He's done both.
My disciples and I all salute you on account of having made it up to the big mountain, young one. Back when we drew breath, we could only dream of those hallowed heights.
I appreciate the encouragement, Commander, but I've got a bit of a climb still. The legions of Kronos are there in droves, and the mountain's defenses can't tell us apart.
Surely you jest. The mechanical marvels wrought by the gods themselves turned their deadly appendages on you? When you went all that way to help them out?
Basically, yes.
That's too bad.
Each of the ancient fate-wrought arms of night is now rejoined under the Princess of the Underworld's care, all equally prepared to rid the realm of any of its foes.
As am I. For my family.
Clearly, Prometheus the Titan is no stranger to conducting war. He knows, for instance, just how fragile most alliances can be. Do you suppose he stood with our fathers in the past, only to better learn their weaknesses?
Tula, go for it. It's over.
You found a specimen. You have completed a number of the trials I have put before you, Spawn of Hades. I would offer you my gratitude, except I thought my stardust would be of more use.
Nettlethorn. Grave soil. Just a dash. Give it a stir. Let's see. Rotting wood. You're back.
Lady Medea.
How absurd. The very idea of family, sorcerers. That we've some innate bond with those who share some of our blood. You've met my Aunt Cersei. Do you believe that we're at all alike?
Madame Cersei seems very devoted to our craft in her own right. Just not in the same way as you, Lady Medea. Are you so loath to think that you may have something in common?
Cersei was never willing to push our practice to the depths of what it can achieve. She would turn mortals into livestock. I would turn them dead. A differing approach is all, perhaps.
Some of our relatives don't like to get involved. Dionysus, he will go to every feast, but never to a fight. Why don't we all just get along, he says. Though, come to think, it's not a bad idea.
Can't you see I'm busy over here? Personally, I can't see a thing. Do I complain? No. I just tend to my flock.
Your blasted sheep are some of the most high-strung animals I have ever encountered.
Sheep are fast. It's not an easy job. And it's even harder when somebody makes a ruckus in my meadow. So what choice do I got? Besides eating you? I'm full.
Whoa.
At last. It seems this message was successfully delivered in utter secrecy. We ought to take more such precautions, although perhaps it would hinder your ability to plan.
First Kronos and now Prometheus are back to haunt us, all because we've failed to get rid of them back when we had a chance. Who next, I wonder? You witches rarely need to come up with a means to dispense with the mortals for good.
Charybdis, devourer of ships. Odysseus and his crew. Mandrake seeds.
How lovely.
To side with Aphrodite, though for now you've made an enemy of me.
Is this what you want, Ares? He wants a fight, does he? An unseen sigil over there. my blood back there.
An exquisite performance befitting our lineage. You are to be rewarded for all that.
So if you get past me again, what's next for you, Trouble? I've never seen someone go through so much just to see their family. Most of us have to try to stay away from ours.
That terrifying cloud encompassing the summit of Olympus conceals Typhon, in case you haven't heard. I'm surprised you haven't gone to see him for yourself. Anyway, Prometheus is next, then Typhon. But you first.
You're telling me you're here to pick bigger and bigger fights? Babe, I knew we had something going on, but we have more in common than I thought. Come on, let's go.
I think not.
Oh no, not again, not again!
Much better. In we go. Look upon me.
Your gesture is unnecessary. Warring mortals often make me offerings in hopes that I might guide them to victory. But you and I have a shared purpose, so I require no such incentives in our case.
This is no incentive, merely a way of saying thank you for accepting me and recognizing what potential I may have to aid our family in a time of need. It almost looks as though you're having to contend with the invaders on your own, Lady Athena. There's a lot of mountain to cover, with too few allies.
Well, we have you, cousin. As for our other allies, we as a family are loath to beg assistance, or for anything. To all our followers and compatriots, our message has been clear. We have this matter well under control.
Is that the truth of it, or merely posturing, if you'll pardon my bluntness? You are clearly being overrun.
On the contrary, our automatons have quite effectively held many of our enemies at bay. And you and I can make a significant difference as well, if we don't dally.
How goes it, Golly? Bounded off. Prometheus. Why do you care so much for mortals anyhow? Their lives are short, their flesh is weak. Only in death do many of them finally begin to gain some sense.
Any laborer of skill cares for their work. Mortals, poor sods created in the image of the gods, yet forced to be inferior so that they could never achieve what my master and I now intend.
You mean to say that you fashioned mortal kind, then stole the fire from this mountain for their sake? Absurd.
The truth can be difficult to absorb. Mortals live only to suffer. As I am responsible for that, I sought to take some of their suffering from them and redistribute it to all of you. If you could see what I've foreseen, you'd not believe it anyhow. This too shall pass.
Enough of his foresight. There.
Not even the intense heat rising from the mountain's central hearth can entirely dispel the chill here in the air. A gathering storm, not wrought by gods, but something else.
Something friendly? You're one of Typhon's bigger children, aren't you? One less of Typhon's brood.
Endless horrors spewed from Typhon are of every shape and size, including relatively sinister and larger ones recently fallen to the princes of the Underworld's wrath.
I'll slay them all.
What'll it be?
Lord Hermes.
Don't fret too much about Pop's palace up there, Em. Old Typhon's big and strong and all, but he can't crush what he can't see. Well, not as easily as if he could see it.
That's not entirely assuring. So, Lord Uncle Zeus and the rest have concealed the seat of power, leaving Typhon to direct his fury at this fortress.
Yep, more or less. They figured that if we have to take on Typhon, and we do, this is the perfect spot. After all, it's a long way down from the summit. A quick way down, mind.
Of Olympus, monstrous wretch!
There he is. This is it.
Finally, the terrifying storm tearing apart the fortress of the gods starts to relent. Perhaps because its monstrous source is nowhere to be found.
At least for now.
Another night, another massive undulating monster brought to heel. And for the Princess of the Dead, such victories are to be savored. But only for a bit.
Hey! Return to Shadow, now! Just need to keep that up. That ought to slow Typhon a bit. Or make him even angrier.
Took you long enough.
Vengeance for my father. See you later.
So hold on. How is it you're going after the Titan of Time way down below, but he's also attacking Olympus way up top? Is he two separate guys or just the one?
Kronos isn't attacking Olympus personally, Dora. He's just sending his legions there. He has a dangerous commander leading the assault. A different Titan called Prometheus.
A different Titan called Prometheus? Prometheus. Huh.
Yes, the Titan of Foresight. Even you probably know the tale of his punishment for stealing from the gods.
No, it's... I think Don't worry about it. See you later, Mel.
You sure?
Prometheus.
If I may. My sisters told me of a certain prophecy even I thought would never come to pass. That Olympus would once again face the fury of the father of all monsters, and their conflict would shake the world to its core. And now it's happening.
You mean you knew Typhon's attack was a real possibility? Why didn't you warn us? We could have prepared.
I was not permitted to warn you. Had I done so, it merely would have expedited an outcome I now realize was bound to happen anyway. Though perhaps your implication is correct, and this is all my fault.
What? How is this all your fault? Unless you aided Kronos in awakening the most notorious fiend the gods ever faced, I don't see how you had anything to do with this.
Unraveling a fateful bond. I abetted your plans to gain the surface. The awakening of Typhon. Perhaps it's a punishment. And a reminder never to defy the fates. Princess, please forgive me.
Nonsense. Kronos did this, not you.
I salute you. 'Tis a wonder that your mountain relatives are still able to be of benefit to you whilst having Typhon at their gates. Do they have any sort of strategy to stop him, do you know?
They're working together to drive him back, along with the Titan's legions. But if they have a greater plan to put an end to the assault, they've not yet let on.
Let us assume, then, that they've no such plan. However, I'm beginning to think that the father of all monsters may yet figure into ours. Collect what samples that you can from him.
I shall, Headmistress.
Good show that time. So there you were, alone atop the rain-soaked mountain, when out of the dark came a roar so deafening it shook Olympus to its roots. And with it came Typhon himself, more vengeful even than before. What then, Goddess?
We fought. I prevailed. Oh, blast. I was supposed to weave a yarn. He kept trying to crush me with his chin, but I evaded and clambered to the top of his head, where I drove the Sister Blades Limb and Oros into his brain.
Oh, quite gruesome at the end there, I like it. My only criticism, if I may, is that all too many tales involving huge monstrosities resolve that way. What if he were to swallow you whole, only for you to cut yourself out of his gullet?
I was just getting to that part.
May we converse? Hey, Yali, would you attest to my disciples that I've taught you a great deal when it comes to fighting Typhon? They've been getting a little unruly, and you'll be doing me a favor.
But, Commander, you've not told me anything about him. Ah, I know what this is. You wish to see if I would stoop to speaking falsehoods merely because I was asked.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm asking real nicely. Come on, young one, would you just do this for me here?
I'll not bring shame upon us both.
Damn it.
The rank and file of the crossroads swell with shades who once were lost, but now have joined in our Princess Melinoe's most righteous cause.
Welcome to the ranks of the unseen.
Thank you so very much for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment and a like down below. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. And also check out my Patreon page in the description below if you want to support my channel, so I can keep doing more story videos like this one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.